Braincake is a delicious, sweet nourishment created by combining 2 or more grains.
Boom. What's up, everybody?
Hola.
Welcome to Braincake.
Yo, yo.
We got Gunboi. We got Jimothy. We got Kiwi. That's me. We got a chick on here.
WiiWii.
We got a chick.
So, like,
finally.
you have to just...
The coach finally put me in the game.
Yeah.
Is that Kiwi and WiiWii?
To be fair,
Kiwi and WiiWii.
you haven't been here before, but
I've been in the background.
you've been heard
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I've been
Your
heard.
laughter.
My laughs, my cackle.
If you're a weekly listener, you've heard enough of my goddamn voice for the past week. I can assure you. I
Have you
can
been putting in
assure
that
you.
work?
Jimmy's been putting in... Yeah, he's been putting in that grind.
That hustle.
And
That
James...
Nipsey hustle.
Yeah,
Jamesy.
Mr. Brock has been putting in his love muscle
Yeah.
and beating it all over this brain game.
And I
Brock's
miss-
got a big muscle, bro.
I miss
Damn right he
Becky.
does.
I miss Becky. I wish they could have been here tonight.
Becky is a friend of the show.
we
Shouts
could
out,
have
Becky.
had, we could have turned it. Never mind, that wouldn't work because half of
Becky
us
is
would have been
also
facing
my
the
side
other way.
While we're at it,
companion.
shouts out to Adam.
Shout out to Adam.
Mr. Hambo.
Our boy Don,
Yeah, Donovan.
Random hero.
who
The
if
Snorlax.
if you watched in a previous episode, is
Man
gonna be a
beast.
father, yo.
Yeah.
Oh my
One of our
God.
childhood friends.
I literally cried when I watched that episode.
He's the
At the
first
end.
of our group to do it.
Yep.
He is.
And shouts out to Anonymous Man Beast.
Yeah. Man,
And
who
beast.
who snored.
Snorlax.
Who still
He put
remains
us
the
to
myth.
sleep,
who still
The
remains
legend.
the ultimate snoring myth and legend that is. He's not been around here lately, but his spirit is floating.
And
I
he
saw
will
him.
be back someday.
He asked me if I
Yeah.
was coming down here
And
a
bless
couple
us.
days ago, and I told him I was not because it was in the middle of the week. But he wanted to come down.
It was a
Yeah.
conspiracy to keep him away.
Jesse.
What?
Everything's not a conspiracy.
No, I never said everything was.
You're right.
You're putting
I jumped
words-
to conclusions.
I did.
You're right, Jesse. You're right.
did. What the fuck are you talking about, Jesse? I thought you were on my side.
I mean,
thought you believed in populism.
one of the argument benefits what I believe. Yes,
Let him know.
suck my dick. Alex.
demons have Jesse.
They took him by the horns.
Listen,
I
Alex.
think my dick has your ass, Alex.
He's
Damn
so
it.
drunk and on drugs, he can't even remember his own goddamn name. He's evil.
So are you saying dumb is evil?
I won't let myself be tempted by you.
Now wait a minute. Now wait a minute.
Oh my God! It's
What?
fucking
No.
Sampson.
Now what? Now wait a
This is
minute.
the return.
What y'all say about dumb people being evil? What that mean?
Man.
Now what's that supposed to mean?
You shouldn't even be aware that you're dumb. You think everybody else is dumb.
I never
you know
said
that,
I
but
was
you're
dumb. I never said I was dumb, baby.
didn't
I
say
just
that.
was taking up for the other stupid fuckers.
You realize, man, like those Facebook pages where people share pictures of like Grim Reapers where it says like "fuck with me" and I'll hurt
yeah.
you. Yeah, you like those, right, Sampson? I thought you would.
Them's his favorite.
Hey, baby,
Yeah.
listen, I share some of them. My favorite ones, they say, you don't disrespect me.
They on
I
your wall.
fucking cut you. You
I
don't.
fucking kill you, motherfucker.
Family will cut you deeper than your friends will. And that ain't. It'll cut you deeper
Shit,
than
dude.
you.
Damn,
fucking-
man.
It'll
That's-
cut you
that's
deeper
rough.
than I cut
He hit me
somebody.
pretty hard, man.
Hey man, even a broke clock is right twice a day. I say.
I say that about Donald Trump all the time.
Yeah.
Methanol.
Methanol.
No, baby.
What?
I bet you God don't tread on me
Right.
flag on your wall.
Oh, baby. I don't know what that means.
Oh.
Oh, I forgot you can't read.
I can read, baby. I can read pretty good now.
Can you
Read
like
that.
walk?
I can
functionally?
read.
Read
Is your
that,
physical
Sampson.
body okay?
That says Sampson loves pussy.
Hey, God. It ain't even close, Sampson.
That's what it says, baby. You
It
can't
says-
put me in dumb now.
It says DR Pepper and Cream Sody.
Yeah, baby, that's pretty good.
Is that what?
I like Mountain Dew, baby.
Southerners-
Yeah. Sampson is what Southerners
Yeah.
sound like.
That's it, man.
What the hell?
Walking around barefoot.
Sampson.
No. No, now.
Yeah.
Southerners
I'm the
sound
voice-
like
I'm
they've
the voice
owned
of
slaves for
America.
7
No,
generations.
Sampson is the face of
They sound like they want to
Yeah.
rip the baby's hearts out once they're born.
Nah, baby, we ain't like that. We like sound like we talking like we like to eat pussy, baby.
Let me tell you a secret about your generation, Sampson.
Do you like Suboxone?
You're not sounding like this from the South. You sound like this because you're a poor drug addict. And that's
No,
unfortunate. And I'll
baby.
help you out.
Sampson
I'll help you
ain't-
out.
Yes,
taking
Sampson.
drugs.
I ain't poor, baby.
Samson.
I ain't poor.
He takes his medicine.
Why do you think we invited you in here, Samson?
This is
why
an
do-
intervention.
This
Samson.
I invited myself, baby. I said, I smell fucking alcohol and Suboxone.
And
I said, I'm
pussy.
gonna come in through the door.
Listen, we're not going to talk about our problems
Y'all
here
got
today. We're
heroin
going to talk
or-
about your problems, okay, Samson?
Only problem I got, baby, is I ain't got no pussy. I ain't got no pussy to eat, baby.
Well, split your dick in half and make your fucking
baby.
balls into a pussy lip set there, buddy. That's a sexy
Nah,
version.
baby.
You'll have you a pussy.
Wow.
Tell it. Otherwise, you better get some
Whoa.
dentures, Samson.
Excuse me.
You better get you some dentures.
No, baby. I
At
don't
least
need
a
them.
partial. At least a
Nah,
partial,
baby.
Samson.
Women
Now,
do-
hurting.
Hey,
You
hey,
thought the
hey,
intervention was about drugs. It's not. It's the fact that you don't have teeth and you're a goddamn grown ass man.
No.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
intervention.
That's yeah.
No,
That's a
no,
fucking-
baby,
that's a
no,
shit
no,
show.
baby.
We got a dentist here. He's willing
He's
to help
willing
you.
to help you, Samson.
Baby, listen now.
We told him you were looking for a job. Don't fucking make us look like liars in front of him. At least wait until
I
after.
told you my fucking back hurts. I can't go back to work yet, baby.
God damn it, Samson! You don't have to get an actual job. You just gotta get teeth so you can get some pussy. Listen, I thought you had a
I
motivation.
get all the pussy.
No,
I
we-
get all the pussy,
Yeah,
baby. Listen,
yeah.
now listen, baby. Now listen. I get all the pussy.
If you gotta pay for it, you
Listen.
ain't getting it.
Samson has
Women-
told me himself, women prefer a man without teeth.
baby, women love a fella with no teeth.
Tell me why, baby. Tell me why.
Because they eat pussy like a motherfucker.
You can just grind your gums right into it, by God.
Oh God, boy.
That's a
Are you crying, Samson?
little bit.
No, baby,
Yeah, no, he don't like that.
He
He don't like
loves
that.
pussy, so
He
he's
is
crying,
confused a
baby.
little bit
Goddamn.
right
He's
Goddamn.
confused. What? He's confused.
Yeah.
Do you like asshole, Samson?
Whoa.
Baby,
Are you into the brown?
baby, I
He eat ass and teeth, a motherfucker.
baby, I'll eat down on a fucking brown tuna sandwich.
You do
A
anything
what
for a
sandwich?
Suboxone?
Brown tuna.
A brown tuna sandwich? That's fucking wrong.
That's when you shit in the pussy and then you eat it.
No, baby, that's
when you
what
shit in the pussy and then
that's
you
a
eat it.
meatball sub. It's a
None
meatball
of that.
sub. Meatball Suboxone.
A meatball Suboxone?
That's when you pour your Suboxone strip on the pussy.
Oh
Baby,
my
that's when you
God.
get-
And
You
you-
pour it. You have to melt it first.
You have to pour
and then
it.
you pour it.
Oh, whoa, dude.
Just sprinkle it on
you
there.
use it like oil?
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how they work.
Yeah, I don't either, man.
Well, I think that we all hear Suboxone strip and we picture different things. I think some people picture a piece of paper. Some
I think-
people
Hey,
picture
good
like a
boy.
Listerine strip.
Yeah.
Why you got long
I
hair
think
for,
it's-
gun boy?
It's just like powder, isn't it? Like I've seen.
I don't think so.
Well, I've seen people that have taken it before, like
But ain't there such thing as a Suboxone strip?
they
Baby,
put it
I
under,
love
do you
tobacco.
put it under your tongue?
Yeah,
Like-
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's like a piece of paper, and I think other people kind of think it's a Listerine strip, and I don't know what it really
LSD.
is.
It's more like a Listerine
Have you
strip.
ever
Is it
seen
more
like,
like a Listerine strip?
Yeah.
Have you ever
I know
seen,
people
like,
are
a goody
melting it
powder?
down.
I've seen people take it like that too.
That some
That's like it's like
not a lot of
powdery.
places do that though because
Yeah.
it's too reminiscent of like drug.
Yeah.
like,
There's somehow
Like
that
you're
they're
crushing
using
it.
methamphetamine and Suboxone together and injecting them, and there's a limiter. Suboxone is basically like an opiate that fixes your withdrawal symptoms, and then a limiter that stops you from getting high off of it.
buprenorphine
And
naloxone.
they're somehow bypassing that with methamphetamine, and it's causing like psychosis, and people
Yeah.
are going into like mental institutions because of it.
I ain't never been locked up once in my life, baby. Not even once, motherfucker.
It's because
That's because when you leave the fucking bar, people hope you crash.
No, baby, that's
I
not
think
true.
it's
I'm an
because you live
excellent
in the
driver,
middle
baby.
of nowhere. I think it's because you're
Who
in the
lives in the
backwoods.
middle of nowhere with a husband, Eustace Bag.
I ain't gay, baby. I ain't gay, man. No, your man named Houston, baby.
God, you rolling right now, Sammy.
He got a bald head. I heard you like a bald head.
Baby, my head's balder than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Balder than
I
a
bet you
pussy
see a
I
reflection
beat.
in my pecker.
I can't look at Stone Cold the same, Jimmy.
Why?
He sat on a loofah. And he tried to say it accidentally happened, and it did not accidentally. He
sat
said
on a loofah?
it went loofah end to end first up to the leather loop, and he was like, it was an accident.
I called 911 and they said,
The fire department had to come get me. I was in a position where I couldn't get out of. And I'm just getting ahead of the narrative to tell you I was moonwalking in the shower, and that's how it happened.
this thing went about 6-8 inches up my ass.
That's not how long those
Yeah,
are.
dude.
Those are a lot longer than that.
Well, that's
Those
just what I'm
stick
telling the
loofahs.
fire department so they don't judge me.
They had to pull it out.
Because I'm a man.
Oh,
They had to pull
God.
it out.
Texas. I'm a Texas
Did
man.
they?
Yeah.
Imagine
Somebody had to
Stone
stick their
Cold.
foot on him and grab it and pull it out.
Well, he definitely cleaned his ass. He
No,
definitely
he
cleaned his
definitely.
ass.
I'm sure he's
Yeah.
got the
Oh.
cleanest
A
ass.
clean
He
ass.
has the cleanest organs.
There's a reason why he only wore a
Clean but
Speedo. He
damaged.
never worried about shit in his pants.
They're clean
That's
with
true.
nothing but beer.
Oh,
Nothing but
I bet
cerveza.
he does beer
Sure is,
enemas, dude. I bet.
Oh
fucking
no,
Stone
that'll
Cold
kill
Steve
you.
Austin-
That'll kill you.
What?
No, well, that's
You-
how he has
yes.
to consume it, man. He's out there in the ring, and that's what the level he has to go to. You know?
What?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
His
That's
beer
what?
enemas.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Ugh.
He's taking.
No,
the
he
beer
doesn't
for the
really.
booty.
That's,
He just
listen,
gets on
this
his
is a
back.
beer.
Yeah, man.
You gotta pay
Steve-O
attention.
did
Yeah.
it. Listen,
I
Steve-O
know,
was our
I know.
public
Yeah, man,
relations
don't you
guy.
remember when Stone Cold was getting on his back in the ring and just like putting an enema up his ass and just
Yeah.
like
Sorry, I
funneling
burped,
beer
guys.
up in him, like one beer after the other? And he had fucking Triple H and Shawn Michaels holding his legs apart, and Undertaker was pouring beer up his ass.
You know what the nastiest fucking skit in all WWE history was to me? That milk truck.
Kurt Angle.
You know how bad that had to stink after you got done with it?
What? What happened?
That
Kurt
he
Angle
sprayed him with a
the
milk
ring
truck.
with a milk truck.
Huh?
He sprayed the at least the front row of the audience and the entire ring and everybody
Was a
in the
milk
ring
truck.
with a milk truck.
That's what ICP needs to start doing.
No,
dude.
no, they stink enough. They stink
The
enough.
Juggalos will stink even more than they already do.
No.
Yeah,
Flavor
instead
this.
of Budweiser.
Milk don't
and-
fizz, dog.
Instead of
We
smell
don't
like
need the
fucking,
fizz.
instead of
We need
smell
the
like fucking
stank.
farts of popcorn,
Oh, and
Pop Tarts,
Budweiser.
and Hot Pockets, these people are now gonna smell of fucking stinky,
Ruined milk.
sweaty, ruined milk on top of beer
And
that's
I-
been spilled on shirts of
And
sweaty fat
Juggalo
people.
fart.
All of
And
ICP's
Juggalo farts
albums,
all over.
all of the Joker's cards, they're not going to be Joker's cards. They're going to be cereal mascots.
Yep.
High schoolers will sometimes mix 1 pint vodka into 1 gallon milk and drink that
What?
throughout the course of a day to get drunk slowly because they're idiots.
They used to say the ECW wrestler Sandman would do that backstage.
Yeah.
He would
basically it's half and
carry
half.
around a gallon of milk in one hand and a gallon of vodka in the other hand.
That man.
It was half and half, and it was because he drank
Wrestlers.
White
That's
Russians.
like the
all the fucking
grossest
time.
combination of my life.
Is that not like the
And he
that-
fucking and he drank and he would just he liked the creamy part of it and he would just drink the half and half with the fucking vodka
God.
It's like that's some gnarly shit.
and he'd come out and bust a beer can on his head and have a big slit right here and bleed
just
from
about
it and
bled
smoke a
every
cigarette the whole
time.
way to the ring and fucking
No.
While he's being played to the ring by Enter Sandman.
So, like,
Metallica.
dude,
that's
they
the
had to have
greatest
known,
man that ever
right?
lived in wrestling.
Like,
Sandman.
They had to have known how he was, right? Like
Yes.
because he
Yeah,
his
that was
literally-
openly. He was
his
that was
character.
openly.
Himself.
It was his character, but it was literally everybody else backstage.
Everybody was like that.
He
Sandman
was just the only one who was like that on TV because he
Yeah.
figured out how to make it marketable. He made it look kind of badass. And he was
Yeah.
like kind of riffing on Steve Austin a little bit too because
And then
Steve
Ray-
Austin was already doing the fucking beer salutes and shit.
And then Raven
Well, no, I don't
eventually,
know about that. I can't say that for sure.
Raven
Sandman was
Cold.
wrestling
crucified
for a
him.
while.
Don't go.
Huh?
Raven
Stone
crucified
Cold.
him.
Fuck.
Do you remember that?
Fuck.
Do you remember?
I don't want any wrestling crucifixion brought up ever again. I can't believe that they've done this multiple times.
What?
What?
Sandman
Wrestlers
got
apparently-
crucified by Raven in ECW.
Apparently, whenever we start a dark
Raven
storyline,
said he didn't do it like on a Star of David because he said he would have just rolled away. So it's true though. I mean, like we're like that, you can't crucify somebody on Star of David.
that's true. Yeah,
That'd be ridiculous.
So they chose what instead?
I mean,
Isn't it
like
crazy?
crucifix.
Raven looks like the
But with a
whitest.
barbed wire crown.
Raven-
WWE was so
No,
edgy at one point.
ECW.
Oh.
EC, Well, to be
Oh.
fair, ECW was 100% developmental for WWE, and
Well-
the fact that people act like it's a conspiracy theory is retarded because they literally
ECW
owned
is
it.
good.
Like they were scouting
I like
talent.
Raw.
from
I
there.
watched
They got
it
Steve
every
Austin from
Tuesday
there
night.
because they
Monday
asked
night
him.
Raw on
Monday
Tuesday
Night
night.
Raw and
Well, if they
Friday
didn't have
Night
cross
SmackDown,
promotion with
my God.
WCW, and that's how they got Rick Rude to come over there, I would not doubt that, not
Yeah.
one bit. Because Rick Rude was a big star at the time. Think about that.
What about CM Punk?
That was a big get for them.
He's only.
No, he ain't going nowhere.
Hey man, y'all think CM Punk's ever gonna come back?
I think
No.
he's gonna do.
He was my favorite on ECW.
He's gonna come back as a UFC fighter. That's his new gimmick on
But he's
WWE.
fucking 0-2. You think he's ever gonna win one?
He's good. He
I
he
would
fought a hard
go
battle.
He
to
just ain't been
Chicago
given a
and
chance.
assassinate him.
No, they won't give him nothing.
CM Punk.
I
ain't been
wouldn't let
given
him
a
hurt
chance
himself
yet.
like that.
Wow, you take him out.
I'd take him out. I'd throw in the towel for him.
You gonna fuck up
Metaphorically with a
CM
gun.
Punk? Hey man, cut a promo on CM Punk right now. Tell him right now. Hey, listen right here, my man right here, Gunboi, my man right here, Gunboi. He's gonna tell you
God,
fucking CM
I'm
Punk,
scared
you
for you,
stepped in the
Punk.
wrong fucking alleyway, son. Cause my man Gunboi is gonna tell you what for.
Sampson agrees on this one.
That's right.
Go
Punk.
ahead.
Punk is a four-letter word. So is puss. And that's what you are, punk. A puss. I'm coming for you, I'm telling you. You get an MMA character, you ever come back to wrestling, you better not come in MMA shorts, son.
You heard him. He's coming for the puss.
He's coming
You
for
fucking
you,
put those
CM
stars on the
Punk.
back of your shorts, and you go out there and you shit yourself in knee-high boots, just like you were doing before, all right?
That's right.
Instead
But
of-
if I catch you in MMA shorts acting like a poser,
instead of
I'm gonna
CM
sick Brock on you.
Instead of CM Punk, we're gonna call him CM Punk.
Or Matt Riddle. Really, anybody
Yeah,
who's been in any kind of
Saying
MMA
pussy.
would be able to beat you.
Pussy.
Damn,
Sponsored
CM
by
Punk.
Sampson.
That's hard.
Sampson.
I'm sorry.
Samson Pissy. Samson likes Pissy.
Listen,
I'm gonna fuck up CM Punk too.
that's what I was gonna say. Actually, I was gonna say, Samson, we
Actually-
got a fight hosted.
And we'll do it for
Braincake.
charity.
Yeah.
The charity's to get me some more fucking suboxone.
And some more fucking pussy.
And
by
some
God.
weed, baby.
Weed, pussy, and suboxone. Best thing I ever had in my life.
Now,
That could be
baby,
a
I
good
don't
rap
need to
song, I'm
win
not gonna
no.
lie.
I don't need to win no contest or nothing to get no pussy.
I got bitches fighting over me, by God.
Can I say one more thing to CM Punk?
Yeah,
I
go
just want to
ahead.
revise what
Go
I said.
ahead,
Tell
bud.
him.
I take everything back I just said. CM Punk, because you know what? Joe is gonna kill you.
Joe is gonna kill you.
Who's Joe?
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
Joe Rogan.
No, Samoa Joe.
Oh,
Samoa Joe Rogan.
I mean, Joe Rogan could kill him too.
Samoa
Let's
Joe
face
Rogan,
it.
dude.
Anybody
ultimate
who's ever
fusion.
fought anybody ever could kill CM Punk, but Joe is gonna kill him. That's the truth.
No,
It's forever-
Samoa
no.
Joe.
We're gonna
Plot
have
twist.
Super Samoa Joe
I'm
Rogan
gonna
now.
kill him.
Well, to be fair, you're a woman and he's a very respectful man, and he wouldn't hit you back.
The
I mean,
Super
we ain't even gotta throw that in
Samoa
there.
Joe Rogan would.
Yeah. Oh my God. And if you like breathed on him with alcohol breath, he'd pray like cower in fear because he's straight edge.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
screw
He'd be
it.
like, "Oh, I can't breathe the alcohol," and you could just beat him freely.
You could
Yeah,
just
and I could
smoke
just
like 5 cigarettes at once and just blow it at him.
And
You
he
know,
would
It'd
collapse
be like magic.
into a
It'd be like a
ball.
witch, dude.
It's like chasing with a syringe or something.
I don't have resentment.
I took that a
if
bit
you want to
far.
get physical, yeah,
I took
just
that a
put
bit
the
far.
magic. Just
Hey,
go
come here,
straight
man.
to the
I got
tools.
some fucking
He
meth in this
said-
needle.
CM Punk said that he's not down with smoking that green.
Yeah, he did.
No, he's
dude.
not down with anything. In fact, he doesn't drink caffeine. He's a piece of shit.
He's a-
No, I don't believe he's a piece of shit. I think that's actually
Well,
really
he's spelled
admirable.
with 4
I think that's
letters.
cool.
I guess.
But like,
He loves
but the
Pepsi.
reason why I'm so sour on fucking straight edge people is because I ran into one at a party one time, and you probably know who I'm talking about. His name's T.O.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he came out there, and we were outside smoking cigarettes, and he was looking all bummed. And I assumed it was because this guy doesn't have any cigarettes, and he doesn't want to ask for any because he's too
No.
proud.
He was
And I
waiting
said-
for you to
I
do
said,
this,
"Hey
dude.
man, are you okay? Do you want a cigarette?" And he was like, "No man, I'm straight edge. I don't do that shit."
Hey,
And
man, can I have a cigarette?
I was like, "Okay, man."
Yeah.
Can I have a cigarette, man?
Yeah.
Can I have a cigarette, man?
We knew a dude that would do that. He would.
Wouldn't he
Fuck
like
you, I don't smoke.
break up
I'd break that.
cigarettes?
Yeah,
I'm
he-
straight edge,
I thought
bitch.
that was a thing, but I couldn't remember if that was the same person.
Yeah. He was like, "Hey, can I have a cigarette, man? Hey, Jim. Can I have a cigarette, man? Can I have one, dude?
Sure, I guess, man.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Don't even hand me that, dude. Cause I'm gonna break that fucking thing every time. Okay.
and you know
I just
what?
broke
And
it.
then I'm gonna spit in his motherfucking face for wasting a cigarette. Like, I get that they're bad, but I still paid money for those.
I'm gonna spit in your face and kick you in the nuts,
So
motherfucker.
Don't
Oh.
ask for one if you're gonna break it up in front of me.
I'm gonna say,
you
give
know?
me a quarter.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
what they're worth. And,
Give me
and
a
if you don't
quarter.
have it, that's okay. But it's 10% interest every day that you
It's
don't
like some
have it.
high school hustling
True.
shit. Give me a
And-
quarter, man.
You know what,
Yeah,
though?
give me a
High
lunch money.
school hustling.
And if I don't get paid for it, then eventually I'm going to come to collect on it. And,
You're gonna come collect on that quarter, man.
2.5% interest is
You know
better than
what,
any
though?
bank account in the United States. You can get some
There you
real
go.
gains out of that. you know?
Speaking of high school hustling, I once sold a cigarette in high school for $15. Like, kids in
Jesus.
high school are desperate as fuck
Yeah.
for cigarettes.
They
Like,
are.
and I did not price that. He was like, "I will give you $15 for a cigarette," and I was like, "Fuck, $15 motherfucking all right."
It's weird that of age adult was in that bathroom that time. That is crazy about how that
Not
happened.
me. I still had people like buying cigarettes for me at the
I'm
time.
saying, Whitney,
$15,
Oh,
$30.
okay.
It doesn't
Charges.
matter. I will
I
pay
mean,
the
yeah.
price,
Michael
any
Brown.
price at all,
Yeah.
for rebellion against my parents.
No, you're right. You want me to
Yeah.
choke?
Yes.
Anything for the cost of retribution and for my angst.
My parents have always been so good to me. I have to smoke.
I need smoke, god damn it! It's stressing me out how good they are to me. Fuck!
I have to do something off the wall.
I need to be rambunctious. I need to start fucking stuff and getting into fights. Oh my god!
And the only way to start this is if I smoke cigarettes.
Fucking hormones! God damn it! Fuck! They won't let go of my body, man!
Oh my god. I just imagine him convulsing and smoking a cigarette and jerking off at the same time.
No.
Vigorously.
His dick is jerking itself
Guys.
off, man. The skin's frictioning itself up
Wow.
and down.
I feel targeted
Why?
Why?
because this is me that you're describing.
This is a lot of people,
Yeah,
dude.
it is. Yeah,
This is
yeah.
me as well.
True. Yeah.
I mean, like I didn't have any impulsions to act on, but they were all there.
Yeah.
What?
The
I mean,
angst,
honestly-
the fucking hormones,
Oh,
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
all that stuff, the beating off, the whatever the fuck.
Well,
Well,
Whatever the fuck.
I read that like actually like adolescence, like your teens, like you learn things quicker. Like your brain is firing and you actually develop skills quicker and learn things better. But like that also makes them more prone to learning to be addicted to smoking.
Yeah.
So like they're picking up all these new habits, I'm doing fucking cheerleading or I'm making music and learning all the time in school, and it's like that developing that addiction is just like a learned behavior almost.
Well,
you know,
I
It's
know
like,
that for me, it was like I had friends that like glorized smoking. Like, oh, I'm about to smoke a cigarette, and be like, oh, I want to smoke a cigarette. And then I can
Didn't
remember.
most of the adults that you grew up around smoke.
A lot of them did, yes.
That's, I mean, the majority.
And it was
of
like,
adults, I
well,
think,
they're
are
doing it, you know. But, like, when one of your friends does it, it's like, oh, I want to do that too. And I can remember the first time I smoked a cigarette. It was outside of school. It was, like, at an after-school event. And she was like, oh, I got the cigarettes. Like, her mom would, like, buy cartons of cigarettes. And she took a carton, like, a pack out of the carton. And we went, like, behind the gym at the school. And we were, like, smoking this cigarette, right? Thinking that my aunt can't smell it when she picks us up after this after-school event.
Yeah.
Like, whatever we were at. Thinking that she couldn't smell it, you know. And my aunt's like, I smelled cigarette smoke. And I had to be like, oh, that was another girl smoking, not me, you know.
I smoked, like...
And from then on, I was
Well,
like,
you were
I
just
wanted
in the
to do
bathroom,
it.
right?
Huh?
Well, you were just in the bathroom, right? And they were smoking.
No, I was like, oh, I was outside and this other girl was smoking. And it, like, got
Yeah.
on me, you know.
No,
I
that's a
smoked,
bad
like-
lie. It goes away fast.
Oh, hell
outside.
yeah. It was a
3
bad lie.
cigarettes. I smoked like 3 cigarettes in the house in my room. And before Mom got home one time when I was like 16 and just expected like she
Her to
wouldn't even
not be able
think
to smell
anything
it.
was up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's so dumb
Well,
to think that you wouldn't notice the smell of
oh, my
3
aunt.
cigarettes in a
Let me
room.
tell you this
It's
then.
strong when you don't smoke. For
When
real.
Yeah, it is.
When I was like 15 or 16 too, I would like hang half my body out my bedroom window because I thought like, oh, I'm like outside of the window,
Yeah.
like nobody can smell it. I'm
just
like
gonna blow in.
hanging halfway out my fucking window trying to smoke a fucking cigarette. My aunt busts in my room to see what I'm doing because obviously she could smell it.
Yeah.
She busts in and I turn around and I'm like,
Caught with
like
it in your
caught with
lips.
it in my fucking mouth. She fucking takes it, runs it underwater, and she's like, "Give me your phone." And I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I'm like, "No, none of that.
No,
You know, don't take my phone."
Literally everything in society is against cigarettes, yet people still smoke them. Why?
Shoot, my
Everything, information,
Well-
health information tells you not good for you. It says right on the pack.
My
Surgeon
aunt-
General warnings, and like society, your parents, everybody's like, don't smoke.
Yeah,
Your-
but like my
your
aunt would not
friends,
let
I
me
think, are
smoke
the only
until
people I can
was
think.
of age to smoke. You know, she would not. There was another time that she caught me with cigarettes in like my fucking makeup bag. She like knocked it over. I would keep my fucking cigarettes and cigarette butts that I would, because I would like take my dog out, you know. I'd like fucking puff on a cigarette so quick while I took the dog out and like put it halfway out. And I'd keep those half cigarettes in my fucking makeup bag.
It's manic.
She
man.
knocked
It's
it
like-
over and found them, and I came home from school and they were like laying on the kitchen table, and I was like, fuck, I'm caught again. You know, after I told her I'm not going to smoke again, I got caught again. And I was,
Well,
I
mean,
literally
she didn't
had
do
to.
anything to help you quit. She didn't give you any nicotine patches or nicotine gum.
No,
It's the
she was
most
just like, you're not
addictive
going to do it in front of
substance that
me.
you
So
can
I
have.
had to like
Mhm.
sneak around with it. But I literally had the audacity to be like, so you found my cigarettes? And she was like, yep. And I literally had the audacity to be like, can I keep them? I literally asked her, can I keep them? And she was like, no.
You're lucky this isn't the 1950s, or you'd have to
I'm
smoke the whole
lucky she
pack,
didn't
Junior.
fucking beat my ass right there.
She
I
should have
mean,
made you smoke the whole pack.
oh, she should have beat my ass.
That's
is
a
what she should have
terrible
done.
punishment. I
Mm,
mean,
it
I would
fits.
imagine.
If you're a dumbass kid and you're dumb enough to smoke, you deserve to smoke the whole pack.
I bet it would work. I
Oh,
would probably.
It does. You
Smoke
get
it.
sick and vomit for a long time.
Smoke it till you
God.
puke, you little shit.
That's disturbing
Yeah.
levels of like revenge parenting.
Sometimes lessons are
It's
hard to
almost-
learn, man.
Wouldn't that technically be
Yeah.
abuse?
Probably. 'cause you're
Yeah, in this
damaging them.
pussy ass generation, yeah, it sure would.
Take all these chemicals inside your body, you little fucker.
Gunboi, wasn't it like the?
I won't get into what I was about to say.
Don't you have so many stories about? Is it like your great grandma or something who had all this crazy stuff happen to her, like with her younger brothers and sisters? She tied them all up, and
She fed them fatback. Well, they were still tied up, by the way. I don't know why she
What
didn't
is
tie them.
fatback?
Fat back.
can you
It's
tell
bacon.
that story?
Oh,
dude?
fuck
Like
is
bacon.
fat back.
It's
She needs to be
a lot
honored.
fattier than bacon.
Yeah.
And she fed, and
Oh,
the baby was
fatback.
sucking on the fucking fat, and it couldn't really chew it. And didn't have no. It was bad. Bad times back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why that happened is because my great great grandpa cracked my great great grandma on the head with a rifle
Oh God.
and left. And then whenever she woke up a day later, she left to go after him. And then they were gone for 3 days. My great grandma had to kill and do you know how you get rid of the hair on a pig to eat it? You do what's called strapping it.
Yeah.
And she didn't know how to do that, and so she skinned a pig. She had to skin a pig.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's fucked.
Point
Yeah.
is, this generation is soft.
We are very soft.
Oh yeah. I once
This was
worked.
less than 100 years ago, friends.
I once worked with somebody that told me a story about his great grandma. I don't know the whole story, but I know one part of it. He said that like his great grandpa was like an alcoholic or something. He would always like come home drunk or something. And like his
Most
grandma,
of us were back in the day. You know.
Yeah.
his grandma or
Most of
great
us.
grandma like got fed up with it. She was like, I'm fucking done. And I don't know if he like raised his hand to her or something, like, or he just came home drunk. I can't remember the story very well, but she cracked him in the head with a cast iron skillet, and
Well,
she finished making breakfast or something.
In
Like
my
finished making
experience-
dinner, and she like went on about her day, and he was like passed out on the table after she cracked him.
In my experience, if you're a man and you come home drunk and you say anything at all, you're such a big piece of shit that you should probably stop drinking altogether, because women do not like to argue with a drunk man. They're very impatient with us.
To be fair, I don't
We're
think
like
anybody
a-
wants to argue with a fucking drunk person.
No.
Other
Man or woman.
other drunk men, sober men,
Man.
they'll do that. But women lose patience with us very quickly when we drink.
Yeah.
I think it's because, and I think men lose patience with women real quick when they drink when they're sober. I think that it's all because there's some kind of thing where we annoy the shit out of each other when we drink. Like specifically, there's certain characteristics.
Yeah, well, I think it's just that, like, drinking makes the fun things fun, but it could also make the angry things more angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the same reasons it, like, enhances your good time mobile. It just, I don't know, man.
Enhances your
I think it's
belligerent
almost like it turns
Yeah.
women into men and it turns men into women. And so it makes women inefficient in ways that men aren't used to, and men inefficient in ways that women aren't used to, and that we all very much do not like to be around each other when we're not efficient in the way that we expect.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's this woman on this one of those shows, one of those like prison shows, and
Oh shit! Yeah.
she exerted her power. Her name was Cornbread.
They called her Cornbread.
Do not say
because
that. They
What?
called her Cornbread. So
they called her
casually,
Cornbread.
They did, man. They called her name was
The
Why does
people
Cornbread.
in
cornbread
the-
sound familiar?
Okay, because I'll tell you why.
Cornbread mafia.
Because they called her Cornbread because didn't she like blow her husband's brains
Yeah,
out?
she shot her abusive husband.
What the
in
fuck
the back
does
of the
that have
head.
to do with cornbread?
While he was eating cornbread.
I thought she liked
Oh,
cornbread.
that makes that make a whole lot more sense.
Yeah. He was like
That's why they
eating
call it
cornbread.
cornbread.
It's a
And
good
that's
thing
why-
she wasn't.
Hey, man.
It's a good thing he wasn't jerking off, or she'd have just been called cum.
She
had
blew
just-
the bastard away while he was eating some cornbread.
That's just like what
It's
they
like
called
how-
her in prison.
It's like how they name a Native American baby. You know, it's like they step out the tent and see what's around. And it's
Be careful, they have half of Oklahoma now.
that's real, right? Yeah, Sampson. That's real to you, right? That's how you think Native Americans name their babies, right?
I would tell you what my
like
buddy's
Pocahontas,
friend's name
baby.
is. I would tell you what my buddy's friend's actual tribal name is right now because it's amazing.
What?
Go ahead.
But I don't remember what it is.
Oh my
but it's
God.
some sort of. There's wolf in it.
That's a
Wolf
great
is in the
story.
fucking name. It's like a 4-part fucking name.
That's a
It's like an
great
epic story.
Yeah.
That's
His
fun.
name is an epic story. I,
I,
just can't
believe
remember
it. That's a tribute to the greatest name in the world.
Young Wolf.
Is what's happening.
Sounds
Young
like
Wolf.
a white emo rapper.
Yeah.
young
Da
wolf.
baby.
And he has like a wolf tattooed on his chest.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure
Like
Young
a
Wolf is a
very
real
good
thing.
one that he paid a lot of money for
Maybe.
just so he could have that name.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But his music's like, it's
It's
okay.
like, and it's like, why is he like called that? You know, did he like just get that tattoo on his chest for that name? You know, not because he likes wolves or anything.
Shia LeBeouf recently.
He don't know
didn't he
shit
just get,
about
like,
wolves, and he
tattooed
got a
all over
wolf
his
He got,
fucking
like,
body?
I don't know if it was like his whole like
It was
front
his entire
That's how you get your
chest and,
nickname.
for a
like,
movie
stomach.
role, and he's like fucking
We'll-
working
we'll
out
explain it to Jimmy in a
hardcore
minute.
apparently.
He looks like such a fucking dirtbag. I don't know what the role is, but he looks like a
Yeah.
dirtbag to me.
I'm excited to see what it eventually is
That's a
because
Now Whitney knows that's how you just get your nickname. It's whatever you like.
mhm.
It's like he liked wolves, and that's why he's Young Wolf. That's why I'm Young Titty. What's your name, bro?
Oh my god.
Young Booty.
What? Does it all have to be sexual?
I
And it just be
guess.
like young music?
Uh,
Or does it got
short brain. I don't know.
Short brain.
I like that. I don't know what that is.
I
but
have no
like
idea what that
Short
is
brain.
either, but short brain.
It came to mind
Short brain.
first.
It sounds. You know what it does? It
What would
folds
mine be?
together like cornbread.
Short brain.
Short brain.
Brain
It
cake.
just goes. Brain
Golden
cake.
Eagle
Yeah.
was the first
There's something
thing
with that.
Golden Eagle.
That's our MC, man.
It sounds like a bad superhero.
Keegan said that the first thing that came to his head when he thought of my name was Golden Eagle.
Yeah.
Golden Eagle.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Dude, can we have an official MC for brain cake?
It's because you have
It'd
raptor
be-
eyes
it'd
right
be,
now.
Do I?
Raptor, like
Whatever
Like-
the fuck name I said earlier. I don't
your
even remember
things
Oh.
that make you look like
wings?
a predator.
Winged
You look like a
eyeliner.
predator.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yep. Does she not look like a predator?
Yeah.
She looks like
Yeah.
a predator. And then you've
Like
got
a
golden
eagle.
tips
Like-
to your hair
like
and
the-
a golden eagle. You know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And birds have that weird, like, I don't know.
Like
birds
dark
are.
in the eye.
Yeah.
like-
yeah.
Like they're looking
That's
at you
taken
very
out
intensely.
to their like
yeah,
temple.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Owls are creepy little bitches.
I love owls.
They can't move their eyes.
They
Yeah, that's
can't.
what I'm saying.
But
It's
they
the
can turn
opposite.
their head in a circle, so
Yeah.
Fucking be the exorcist up in a tree somewhere.
that's true. This one time I was driving home from Keegan's house.
I hit an owl the other day.
It was very late at night, and I'm like driving down the road in my shitty little car that I had, like speeding home because it's like too late at night for me to be at his house. I'm driving. I'm like almost home, and a fucking owl shoots up from the side of the road. I literally shit my pants.
Literally
What?
shit your pants.
No, not like literally, but like
We
I'm
added
like
that definition
stunned.
to the dictionary now, so she
What?
can use that.
What?
A sarcastic definition for literally. We've got that in the dictionary now, so she can use that.
Okay, so I literally
It's
shit my
justified.
pants.
Enough
Right.
people use it that way.
I shit my pants. Like, I jumped so hardcore that, like, it stunned me, and I was, like, kind of shaky the rest of the way home because it was
Dude,
like, "Wah!"
That's my nightmare is to think of a bird getting in my car while I'm
Oh,
driving.
Yeah, I think about that a lot.
I got one for you.
Okay.
I was driving like I hadn't even been driving 6 months,
Oh, no.
and like I was driving like 11 at night, and
Oh,
a
no.
fucking bat flew in through my driver's side
I would
window
die.
and was in the
I
car.
would crash and I would die.
It fucking, you don't know panic
Yeah.
until you're driving and you don't know what the fuck to do because all you hear is a screech and you're feeling flaps
I
like
w-
off your
No.
shoulder, off your
No.
head, like,
man.
and there's nowhere for you to go. You're
No.
strapped in a seatbelt. You're going fucking 50, 60 miles an hour.
I'd
If I were you, I'd
fucking slam it.
be thinking like rabies. Like if I get bit by this, oh my! Just think of a bat biting you while you're driving your neck or
Well,
something.
here's the thing that I would do. I don't care
That's a
where the
nightmare
fuck
for
I'm
me.
at. I'm slamming my brakes and I'm getting out of the car.
Is it weird that a mouse that's like in my home bothers me more than that?
Then something getting in your car while you're
Then
driving.
like
man, a lot
no,
of people are
specifically a
afraid.
bat. Like a bat would not
Oh.
bother me as much if it got in my car as like a mouse would bother me if it was in the same room as me.
I feel like
Yeah.
I could just evade a
So-
mouse easier in a smaller
Yeah.
confine than I
Yeah.
could a bat.
Yeah.
flapping
Okay,
all
I
over
do.
me.
I felt like it was weird, but that is how I feel. I
But
feel
no,
like
like,
I
a
would,
lot of
I
people
would
are
be
wigged the
prepared for
fuck
the
out
bat.
by mice and shit.
Oh
though.
yeah, there was
Yeah.
one time
I
I
woke
came
up-
over to Keegan's house when we first started dating, and there's like a cover up at the top of his stairs, and I'm like, what the hell? And he's like asleep on the couch downstairs, and his mom is asleep on the couch downstairs, in her chair downstairs. I mean, and I'm like, what is going on? And she was like, there was a mouse upstairs. She literally put up a cover at the top of the stairs, would not let him sleep downstairs. Even the next night when I stayed over, she was like, if y'all sleep upstairs, then a mouse crawls up on your chest while you're sleeping.
Yeah, she's terrified
She's
of them.
terrified of
She has legit
mice.
phobia. Like
She's had the same experience. The thing that she said, that you just said she said, shows me that she's had the same experience I have. Mm-hmm. One night, I was not wearing a shirt, and a mouse. I woke up and I felt.
No, Gunner.
Like
I've woke up like
crawling
that
across
before
your
too.
chest.
Really?
I woke up
Yes, I remember you.
and launched
I used to
it
wake up
across
like
the
that
room.
regularly,
Oh, shit.
which is like a weird statement. It's not like the place I lived in was shitty, but I stayed in the basement, and there was a lot of shit
There's
that
no
got in and
protection.
out of there. And I woke up a lot of nights with a rat scurrying across or something.
Oh my God, I would die.
A mouse.
I would die.
I remember seeing a fucking snake one night peep its head in, look through, and then crawl back out. I was like,
Whenever-
well, this is fucking awesome.
Wow.
When
My
we
favorite-
first
No.
bought our house,
I'm like, I'm sure there's trap houses that are much more comforting.
when we first bought our house, we had an infestation of what are called ring snakes. They're sometimes called house snakes, and we didn't know that until we kind of moved into it.
Oh,
And then my
no.
dad went down in the basement, and he was probably smoking pot, and it probably freaked him the fuck out because he looked over and there were just snakes coming out from the over in the ceiling over there. They had hatched a little nest, and there were a bunch of them. And so my mom brought him a steak knife, and he was sitting there with a fucking steak knife trying to stab these fucking snakes in the head as they were
Oh my
coming down.
God.
And
It's
there were
like-
fucking 30 of them or so. There were a bunch of them.
He was freaking
No,
Prometheus.
that's
man.
like terrifying to me. If like a
Not
snake,
Medusa.
It was very
I can deal
terrifying.
with like a mouse or a rat.
Oh,
better
you just
than I
bought
could with a
new snake. What you bought a new snake? You bought a new house. What's the problem with your new house? Oh, it rains blood down the walls. Oh, well, that's manageable. We can just paint the walls red. It won't be that no. Oh, well, what happens in your house? Oh, it rains snakes down the wall. Oh, you gotta get the fuck out of
There's
there,
nothing
man.
we can do.
Snakes are
Fuck
not your
yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
No.
You got slime coming down your wall.
No.
Like SpongeBob.
Now that's when you know it's
There was
unsalvageable
another time-
completely.
The walls.
Well,
were ooze
that's just
green
because
slime.
you step in it the next day.
Yeah, it's
And the
really,
phone
really
will
uncomfortable.
ring
It's like
and no one will
it's like
answer.
stepping in fucking warm cat puke with your bare foot.
Right.
Oh
God.
God, dog pukes every day. My dog pukes every other day.
Really?
Yeah, she'll
God.
she'll just go "Eh," and she'll hack something up.
If my
and then she'll
dog,
go "Eh," and she'll hack something else up.
Well,
And then it's
like
something she
owner,
just
like
eats.
pet.
That's true. I puke all the time.
there was another
and I do
time.
look sad all the time too.
Oh my God.
God.
So you
It's
look
okay.
sad
My
puke.
birds are fucking
God,
loud.
you know what, man? That's the saddest state of all time is a sad puke.
Yeah.
Really is.
I love a good sad.
Oh, no, what's wrong with you?
Who doesn't
When
love
you're
a
like
good sad
crying
puke?
so hard and you puke on
Oh,
yourself.
no.
Hell yeah.
No, I don't know if
I
I've
hate
done
that.
that. I'm just saying, like,
You've never
I
cried
happen
so
to,
hard you puke?
No.
Oh, God.
Not that it's a direct consequence.
Yeah, I've
of,
cried so
like,
hard I've puked.
No, I've just, like, been sad.
Where you start, like,
And-
when
and
you
puke
cry
or-
so
or-
hard that you start dry heaving and then you eventually puke because you're, like, dry heaving because you cried so hard.
Oh, God.
It's
That's
terrible.
horrible.
Yeah, it's
So
terrible.
sorry that that's ever happened
Yep.
to anyone.
You ever cry because you're alone
Yeah.
in the
Skin is out of my
darkness,
thumb.
realizing
See,
that we're
my
all just
dog-
floating on this rock, floating through space and time. This big
Jimmy was-
fat dying rock with
Jimmy was
dying
giving-
humanoids on it.
Space doggity.
Space dog.
He was
See-
giving a cynical speech and you just
I'm
went
sorry.
into dogs. But I was just saying it as like your
Out like my
Positivity.
out on the sadness. See, my
Yeah.
dog is just crazy. Our dog is crazy. When she vomits, see, she eats everything, anything and everything in her sight. So you would think like, oh, her dog vomits a lot. No, when my dog vomits, I freak out because I'm like, why is she vomiting? Like one day she just vomited on the couch and we didn't know it until Keegan's cousin came over and she was like, Sadie puked on the couch. And we're like, what? And she literally like puked all over the side of the couch and we didn't even know it.
God.
So I freak out when she pukes, I guess.
I mean, yeah, because you just wonder what it is that.
Like, what did she eat that made her puke?
Yeah, let's try to prevent this.
This one time she ate too many bones. We told this story earlier. She ate too many bones one time, and
she pooped rocks, man.
she pooped out the bones.
Listen, she pooped on the porch, the wooden porch, and it sounded like pebbles hitting the porch.
Yeah.
And you know what else happened? I was walking through the hallway. I was like, oh my God, I think I stepped on a pile of pebbles. Nah, it was her bone shit.
In the middle of
her
the hallway.
shit was straight up bone marrow, man.
It just sounds like every
Keegan
time I went to the
calls me
restroom
at
for
work
the past
that day.
3 months.
He called.
What?
I've been eating the bones of my enemies for the past several months, and I've been shitting them out in various locations. It's kind of like a trail marker to find me if I'm trying to run from a crime scene, really.
Yeah.
Keegan
Really
calls me
That's
that
it, right?
morning as I call. Actually, I call
especially
Keegan
because of your diet.
before work, before I get to work that morning, and he's like,
My
I
diet
think there's
consists-
something wrong with the dog, and
bones.
I'm like, what? And he tells me that
Bone
she's
meal.
like
Bone meal.
running around while
That's all
she's
that
trying to use the
consists of,
bathroom
bone
and
meal.
stuff, and I'm freaking out because she's like not being able to poop. So I'm like calling the vet, freaking out. We think we have to take her to the vet, so she's not
No.
allowed to have bones anymore.
But,
bone
and let me
meal's the
tell you
only
this.
Oh
difference.
my God!
Let me
I
s-
forgot she ate a bone.
She ate a
and
bone.
so, like, you took her to the vet.
No,
And-
we didn't. We
no,
thought we were going to have to. I had to call. I called 3 different vets that morning.
But what I thought you were, I zoned out for a second. I guess you said she's not allowed to have bones anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like just a big lump of your dog.
no,
and
she-
also-
No bones,
Just for
No
future
bones.
reference, this is a serious.
just a sack of organs.
This is a serious precaution to anybody with an animal out
Yes.
there. If you ever think your dog or cat or whatever has been poisoned,
What bone
and
did
you call,
you give 'em?
And you
poison
call,
control
Hold on. The Poison Control Center, guys.
for animals.
When you call, they say, "Hey, man, $100 up front if you need some info."
Dude,
bro."
I hope that's how they answer the phone.
Yeah, I
Fucking-
swear.
They go, hey, man.
So,
Dude.
okay, this one other time, Keegan used to chew tobacco.
Yeah.
And he doesn't anymore, really. But at the time, he was like chewing these tobacco pouches pretty heavily. I go and take a shower, and I come back, and I step into our bedroom, and there's like this black stuff all over the floor, and it smells like tobacco. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, Keegan, she has ate your tobacco pouches, and
Yeah.
we both start. I freak out more than he does, always. Keegan can handle a situation like a pro, and I'm like freaking out. That's just how I am.
I mean, I'm
And
just
I'm like, no, call dog poison control, animal poison control, call them right now. He's like on the phone trying to call them. I'm trying to gag her to like see. I've got her mouth wide open. I'm like knee deep in there. I'm like trying to find something like in her mouth till I can dig it out. You know, that's like nothing new. We have a boxer. They eat everything.
Your Dr. Pole.
Yeah. So,
Pole. What show was that on?
Dr.
I mean,
Paul, the Incredible Dr.
channel?
Paul, Nat Geo Wild.
Okay, National Geographic.
So I'm like trying to figure something out. He's on the line with pet poison control, and they're like fucking $100 up front. And I'm like, get off the fucking phone with them. I'm gonna figure it out myself. She was eventually fine. She never got sick or anything. But I was literally freaking out because if they like consume too much like nicotine, tobacco, whatever, like it could kill them. And that's the first thing that's popping up in my head because she was still a puppy at this time.
They're-
Like a pretty little puppy. So I was like freaking out, man.
Chemicals like caffeine and nicotine and theobromine are really hard for dogs to process, but
Yeah.
they're usually fine in small doses. Like my dog eats
It's
chocolate
like
all
a
the
big
time.
dose
It's
is,
not
like,
because
bad
we
for
feed
'em,
it
though.
to her. But I'm not going to say that we know for a fact that this dog has ate a large dose of chocolate, but we know for a fact this dog has ate a very large dose of chocolate, and they're usually fine. If
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
make it habitual, it won't kill
Yeah.
them.
Well, that's what I figured. Is I'm like,
Well, I
man,
mean-
I can't be the first fucking redneck out here
Yeah.
with pouches letting my dog accidentally get into it. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I mean,
There's got to be plenty of
the real
dudes who have
danger-
had that happen and their dogs be fine.
as far as your vices and not noticing that they're getting into something of yours,
Yeah.
the biggest danger is alcohol, because dogs will not tolerate alcohol good at all, and it'll kill them.
Do they get like drunk at all, or is it just something
It's like if drunk was really, really bad, they get drunk.
If drunk was really, really bad, they'd get drunk.
Yeah, you could call it a kind of drunk. It's more like your body, you're dying.
Mm.
And it's like eventually you get enough dying in you to kill you.
Yeah.
Words to live by.
That's you need to say that in your cynical speech voice, dude.
Get enough dying in you.
Say
We've been going 50 minutes. What are you guys thinking?
Well, that's right on cue.
Yeah. Well, we're rolling out, guys. Like this if it's on YouTube. If you liked it, and subscribe on there. We're also on Spotify,
stream on Spotify,
iTunes, Google Play, all that. Check it out.
It's all over.
It's everywhere.
all over the place.
It's everywhere. We're in the South, but we're just in the South down here, or down here. But out there, we put it out and it goes out in the world. I can't do it, but my friends can do it, and he puts it up on the internet, and it's awesome, man. So thank you,
we do
everybody.
it out here.
We're out here doing
That's
it.
how
really,
we do
for
it
real.
round here.
That's how we do it, country style brain cake.
Well, we're trying to market to China. That's why we ain't said Tibet.
What? Hell no.
That's why we ain't
I
said
ain't marketing
Tibet.
in China, Bubby. It's over now.
All right.
You're a commie.
Get you some money.
Don't piss on us.
Stimulus checks.